Good day, Daniel Wakey here, and I'm going to be taking you on a short tutorial on link mechanism. And trust me, God helping you out. After this, you're gonna be cool with it. Because normally I see kids, even us back in the days, normally struggle with TD. We didn't like TD called link mechanism. But trust me, real cool. After this, you're gonna be up with it. So I'm just gonna take you beginner's tutorial. I'm gonna show you through some things. With that, we're gonna progress and sure. After this tutorial, after the next tutorial, after the tutorials come, you're gonna be really cool. Sure, the movements are fascinating. We can't really take lessons on every mechanism here. So for this tutorial, we're going to be dealing with the mechanism at the bottom left, that's only crank and shaft. And for the next tutorial, the one at the middle left. So a link mechanism is a series of interconnected machine hardware, constrained, designed, and destined to follow a certain path throughout its entire motion. And most times, machines are designed to move that's repeated and follow a certain path continuously, and they are designed to achieve a particular goal or to draw a certain purpose. Considering the diagrams, you see at the top, that's the first and second diagrams. You see that it displays the mechanism the older trains used to operate. The wheels are all linked to rods, motion from one wheel passes to the other, and that is the movement. Then at the left bottom and at the middle, you see diagrams of the car engine containing the crank, the pistons and the shafts, and they are designed and linked together to provide the wheels with constant motion to aid movement. And at the bottom right and at the bottom, you will also see the DVD tray mechanism. That drives the slot, the DVD slot to and fro. So we are all surrounded by link mechanisms, and they are implemented in everyday machines. The excavators use the field of work, printers, automatic doors, revolving doors, and elevators. There's so many examples. And these mechanisms or the mechanical devices are designed to specific purposes, and thereby they are constrained to follow specified paths in order to achieve those purposes. A link mechanism will be made up of combinations of gears, wheels, racks, pulleys, pivots, pistons, connecting rods, cranks, crankshafts, and other mechanisms to this motion. And the loci drawn by any combination of those are likely to be different, as the loci drawn by any combination of those mechanisms are likely to be different. So the engineers or designers normally arrange them to move a certain path and create an intended or predetermined motion. That's locus. I want the locus to be a straight path, so I have to get all the mechanisms that you can use a straight path. I need an ellipse, so I get all the mechanisms to create an ellipse. Now likely connecting rods with cranks and sliders. The locus is the path traced by the points moving in relation to some specified coordinates. It is a path traced by a point moving under predetermined conditions. That is, a moving point that is guided by rules or forces. When you trace that point, the path it moves, that's the locus. And the plural of locus is loci, and the locus is normally denoted with an L. A circle is a locus, an ellipse is a locus, a hyperbola a locus, a parabola is a locus, a parallel line is a locus, and there are many other basic loci that have definite shapes, but there are also indefinitely shaped loci. There are some loci that will look like bananas, some may look like oranges, some may look like apples. There are oranges around, but some may have kind of fluctuating shape. The crankshaft is a rotating shaft driven by or driving a crank. If it's the motion is backwards, it will be driven by the crank. Or if it's forward, that's if it has the capacity to rotate, the force is using the force, then it will be affecting the crank, it will be driving the crank. And since it rotates at a point, the locus is central point, that's like a rotor with two blade attached, the pin rotating, that's like the shaft. So we see this as a central point. That's its locus point. The crank is an arm attached at right angle, that's angle 90, you can see the diagram, to the rotating shaft, by which reciprocating motion, that is back and forth motion, is imparted to or received from the shaft. It is used to convert circular motion to reciprocating motion and vice versa. The arm may be a bent portion of the shaft or a separate arm or a disc attached to it.
I'm going to raise the hands. So we're going to assume this as the crankshaft and this as the crank. This is the shaft, this is the crank. The crank angle 90, the crankshaft. So the crankshaft crank. So we're going to take this. So the crankshaft goes in rotatory motion as like this. And the crank as fixed and 90 with the crank, then joined firm. So when the crankshaft goes like this, when it goes in rotatory motion, this part revolves from this crankshaft. So just is fixed. So the locus of this point, when it goes like this, is still point. The locus of this crankshaft is this point. While the locus of this crank, when it goes like this, it forms an arc. It's different like finger right. It forms an arc. So the locus of any point, even if it's right here, I take a finger and I go to this like this way. It forms an arc. So the locus of any part of the crank is an arc that has radius. I mean, it has center or the end of the radius to this point right here. So if the crank completes full revolution, it becomes full. So that's what I'm saying. The crank has its locus as a center, while the crank has its locus as a center.
So I need you to follow the video and you're going to read along as I type so you can get a better understanding, and as you are reading, try to commit to memory and try to understand. Shall we do a little bit of explanation as we watch? So I'm just repeating what I said in the previous section of this video, that any point on the crank always has an arc at its locus, and after a full revolution of the crank, that point's locus becomes a full circle. And that the radius that creates the arc of the circle is the distance of that point from the point it revolves about. distance of that revolving point from the fixed point, and the fixed point is the crankshaft, and the revolving point is the point on the crank. So the radius is the distance between those points. So we're going to look at an example: a crank BC that is set to revolve about point B, and we're going to draw the locus of B. That's the moving point of reference. The point that moves around the fixed point, and the radius between that point and the fixed point, as at the point it moves about, is the distance between B, that's the fixed point, and C, point. Like I've said, point it revolves about its crankshaft, and that's point. And it's crank BC that revolves about point B. So we take the end of the crank, the top end, and the bottom end of the crank, and you call it the name of the middle portion. So that's BC. One end is B and one end is C. So now we're going to just read through the video and try to understand. Okay, we're starting from the first paragraph. The locus of any point of the crank is always an arc that forms a full circle after a revolution. So that's point C. If it's set to revolve, it forms an arc, and after it comes back to where it started, it forms a circle. So the arc or circle has its radius as distance of that point on the crank to the point it revolves about. So its radius is the distance of that point on the crank, that's B to C. So I've done that. Then the point it revolves about, that's crankshaft. So the point it revolves about is point B. So for example, crank BC, you can see BC revolving at point B. So we're going to draw the locus of B, then later we'll do locus of C. So now the locus of B, like I've earlier said, the shaft, the rotating shaft always has the locus at the point. So B's locus is at that point B, it's just a point. Now we're going to choose the locus of point C, and it revolves about point B. Point C lies on the ground, C or BC. And remember, crank BC also revolves upon its point B. So consequently, point C, since on crank C or BC, it revolves about point B. So now I'm just going to put the crank and the crankshaft, a rotating crank on the crankshaft. So now I need to look in the red box at the left bottom corner. I'm going to run the simulation. Okay, now I'm tracing locus. So that's the beginning point for C. After 0.3 seconds, I trace out the next point where it is. After 0.8 seconds, trace it. Now we're going to take in the point points of C at irregular intervals. So we're just tracing his locus. We're taking his points at a particular time. So 2.4 seconds, take his locus, that's position. So the connection of all these positions is locus. So at 2.9 seconds, take his position. 3.2 seconds, 3.5, take his position. At 3.8 seconds, take his position. Then 4 seconds, that's its final position. So that's completed a full revolution. So you can see the dots, it's almost in the circular part. So now we'll trace out to connect the yellow points together. You can see it is an indefinitely shaped octagon and it is almost looking round. So if an assumption we lay is that if we had the yellow points much more than just 8 or 7 thereabouts, if we had them much more, the number of sides of the polygon would be greater and look more like a circle. So based on our assumption, I'm going to try it out with another crank. Now taking crank ED, revolving about point D, we are going to trace the locus of E about point D. But instead of the spaced irregular intervals, we're going to see it with closer intervals and regular intervals. So now let's use regular intervals of which should we use? This is 0.2. So at 0.2, after 0.2 seconds, first let's take the locus of the start point. So after 0.2 seconds, take this point. Then next one 0.4. So after 0.4 seconds, take this position. Take at 1.4, take position at 1.6, take at 1.8, take it after 2 seconds, take position after 2.2 seconds. So they were all fully regular order of 0.2 seconds. After 2.8 seconds, just forget about the other crank. It says to revolve because they're in the same solution. So after 3.8 seconds, after 3.4 seconds, after 3.6 seconds, already see the circular part is more defined. After 3.8 seconds, after 4.0 seconds. So it's almost exclusive. So connecting it, even before I started connecting to you, I already seen that it was almost from a circle. But the circle may not be too defined because it's still a polygon. It has three sides and not smoothly curved. I'm just going to trace it to the end. can see it's already full circle. So it's more a circle. So the closer the intervals and the more defined intervals, the more pronounced the circle becomes. So if you're having spaced intervals and you're tracing the point, so the locus is actually round, but since you trace it at different irregular intervals, and we are not able to trace it in nanoseconds, we are tracing it in milliseconds. So if the circles, if the points traced were more closer, difference of nanoseconds, then it will look more defined as a circle. So we are not able to do it with our mind. We are not able to do it manually. So we're going to attach a pencil to each crank. So it's going to trace the path. So instead of us sticking the point, we just put the pencil at the end of the point. So as the crank revolves, it automatically traces out the point for us. Traces out the point every nanosecond. It goes smaller than a nanosecond. So the pencils now are attached. You can see them right there. Now I've run the simulation. So you can see it's tracing out every nanosecond, even smaller than it, so it's giving us a full circle. So with that, we know the locus of any point on the crank as it revolves forms an arc, and after full revolution, it forms a full circle. The locus of any point in the crank, like what earlier said in the videos for the sections of videos before this particular section, I always see the locus of any point on the crank always forms an arc with its radius as the length of the crank, or with its radius, because normally the point being traced at the end of the crank. So I say radius as the length of the crank, but radius ideally the distance of that point on the crank to points on the shaft to the center of rotation. So it becomes a full circle. That's the arc, that's the locus after a full revolution of the crown. So you can see the full circle there with arrow pointing to it. So with the idea of this locus, we're going to define the circle relating to the locus. And I said earlier, beginning of the video, that a circle was the locus in a parabola, and do the parallel line and so many others. So we get to define a circle as a point which moves, so that it is always at a constant distance from the second fixed point. The point which moves, so that it's only at a constant distance, like radio, from the second fixed point. The second point is fixed, so it does not move. You can see the points that moves is point C, that's the point that traces out the path. So the fixed point is point B. So we can instill that point C moves, so that it's always at a constant distance from point B, and the constant distance is the radius BC, which you can see at any point of the line to point B, it's always R, and that's the radius BC. So before we finally round off, we'll just take a question to analyze before we really learn something. So the question says, draw the locus of point A on crank AB after completing a full revolution about point B. So let's just say it can be anti-clockwise or clockwise, that's revolution. But let's just say clockwise. But since it's a full revolution, it's going to be a circle, all depending on the direction, if it's clockwise or anti-clockwise. All you do is just to put a curved arrow around the circle pointing in the direction in which the crank rotates. But since I'm leaving it open, that clockwise and anti-clockwise, I won't necessarily be putting a curved arrow. So AB revolves about point B, and AB is what, 40 millimeters.
So this is the point B, is a fixed point, and you know the locus of a crank is always about the circle. So all we have to do is we are going to make B the center of the circle, and we are going to construct a circle with radius AB, that's 40 millimeters. So you put your compass at this point B, get 40, you know I've already drawn 40 as the radius, you just try and make it out. So this 40, so you put your compass, then you are set to draw. So all I need to do, I'm going to draw a circle. So this is the locus of point A on crank AB. So that's just it. So next video we're going to get to know how to divide a circle into 12 equal parts. That means you're just representing crank AB at certain intervals, at 12 equal intervals. So normally if you're meant to draw crank AB for every nanosecond, that means just like shading it, you're going to draw a radius here, radius here, radius here, radius here, radius here. But instead we're going to just draw it 12 separate. So that's just it. Thanks a lot for watching, and hope you really learned a lot, and I believe you've learned how to draw the locus of any point on the crank. Because next video we're really going to need this, and next video we're going to be drawing a crank with a connecting rod and sliders all in one mechanism. So we're going to learn how to draw that, and we're going to learn how to draw the locus and ellipse. So really get prepared. So please, you like and you subscribe, and thanks. See you next video. You can drop your comments or questions in the comment box, and by God's grace I'm going to have time to review them.